ladies and gentlemen, I give you the left via Maxine Water.
Already, you have members of your cabinet that have been booed out of restaurants, who have protesters taking up at their house, who's saying no peace, no sleep. No peace, no sleep. And guess what? We're going to win this battle because while you try and quote the Bible, Jeff Sessions and others, you really don't know the Bible. God is on our side.
God, I don't think, is in favor of the abortion thing. I mean, the babies are created and little souls go into the babies, and then the man decides to kill them. I'm not thinking that God's on that side.
On the side of the children.
Well, they're babies. I mean, they could have been children. I don't know.
On the side of what's right. On the side of what's honorable.
What is right and honorable about the Democrat Party?
On the side of understanding that if we can't protect the children, we can't protect anybody.
Now, they've already ended the whole separation of families thing by executive order, but they're still sticking with it, hoping that the American people haven't been paying attention.
And so, let's stay the course. Let's make sure we show up wherever we have to show up. And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station.
Gasoline station. You can tell she hasn't driven a car in a while.
You get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome.
Okay, so lunacy. Not only lunacy, but dangerous lunacy. This is inciting a mob. This is inciting a mob. This is anarchistic. This is a woman who has made herself very rich living outside of her district. This is a woman who has never been willing to acknowledge this president, let alone work with this president. This is, I'd like to mention, and I mentioned this over the weekend, this isn't just the death of civility. This is the death of humanity. Not wholesale death of humanity. But when you dehumanize your opponents like this, and you approach them at movie theaters, and you approach them at restaurants, and you scream at them, that's dehumanizing. And it's the next step on the way to violence. It's the next step on the way to things becoming much worse. As we know, Democrats blaming Donald Trump for the incivility of the left and their confrontation and threats to the Trump administration officials. Maxine Waters, as we just heard. Trump aides have been urged to arm themselves and watch their backs. Sarah Huckabee Sanders was kicked out of a snooty liberal farm-to-table restaurant. Just sounded fantastic. The Red Hen. A group of protesters went to the home of Trump advisor Stephen Miller with wanted posters. Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi was confronted by in-your-face protesters at a movie theater. This all started during the Obama administration, well before Donald Trump announced his candidacy. Occupy Wall Street was a violent mob of radical leftists who existed solely to destroy and disrupt with no clear objective. Created during the Obama administration. Black Lives Matter was a faux movement created from a lie and stoked by radicals. During the Trump campaign, mobs of violent protesters went after Trump supporters waiting in line to get into rallies. Universities exploded with protests of conservative speakers, effectively shutting down their exercise of the First Amendment. Barack Obama urged people to get in the face of the opposition and punish your enemies. Make no mistake about it. What's happening right now was the wet dream of the Saul Alinsky radicals in the class of 1968. Hillary Clinton did an internship with Saul Alinsky. Saul Alinsky wrote Rules for Radicals. Do you know who he dedicated the book to? Satan. Donald Trump didn't start this. he's just the first president to hit back.